Hi everyone, another quick installment in the bathroom, master bedroom renovation. So the last couple of days I've been getting quite a bit of work done. So I'll start out here in the hallway. So I've got the door and the door frame pulled out. I've just got some masonite sitting there for the moment until I can remove all this plasterboard. That's all going to be redone. I was very lucky. This is the last piece of Tasmanian oak architrave that I have left, and it just fits. I got to cut a little bit off the end, but it's a perfect fit for there. So yeah, really good. So yeah, that's all sealed up now. One of the other things I mentioned was that I was going to put these PowerPoint protectors in for the aerial and the PowerPoint. Now I've actually done one of them. So I've done the PowerPoint there, as you can see. Now all I have to do is just fill that with some silicone, and that's completely watertight. I've still got to put the membrane in there. And this one, I actually have to cut more plasterboard out to insert that from the other side. So, but it's an aerial. It's not crucial, but I will do it. I will do it because I have it. But that's a job for another time. So, plumbing. So all the plumbing now is complete. I neatened up a few things that I wasn't completely happy with. I had a couple of hoses or pipes that they crossed over, and they sort of wilt in places, obviously, because you got to pass things behind things, but I just got it looking a lot better now. And I had an issue. I think I covered this in the last video, but I'll just quickly go back over it. But what I did is I ran the hot water pipes along the top here, above that noggin, and then I ran the cold water below the noggin, and then realised that the hot water pipe was going to get in the way of my drainage. So what I had to do is transfer the hot water down below the noggin as well. So you'll see there the original cutout for the hot, and we've ended up moving it down here. So we moved it quite a long way, but that worked out really good. And it seems like the drain pipe for the vanity units, the PVC, is actually going to utilise this hole here. So that's worked out really, really good. I haven't had to cut any more out of that corner stud at all. We've got no leaks anywhere. I know I've got to take all the stop taps off again, obviously, to put the cabinet in and bits and pieces, put all the cement sheeting on the walls, and then I'll have to reseal them all up again. But that's just how it is with these types of things when you're still trying to run water through a house and do a renovation. So that's all the setup for the toilet. So much plumbing there. I think I ended up using about 40 shark bite fittings in total in here. So yeah, all the showers connected. I was quite lucky here. I didn't need to put a 90-degree elbow in here, because this is the natural bend of the pipe when it's rolled up in a coil. So it just flowed. I didn't put any pressure on it or anything like that, but it's quite good. It's hard, and you can actually mold it as I did with this one here. So yeah, you just get a bit of warmth in it with your hand, and you can actually mold it. So there's a lot of places I didn't need to put any more elbows in. I had to change something around here. I had the straight connection coming out of the top here, like I did with this one, but it wasn't going to work to go off in this direction. So I basically just swapped these two over and used the right angle to go left. So that worked out really good. As you can see, I think I covered this one too. The strip drain's in, so that's been cut into the into the slab. The slab's been levelled, as good as it's going to get. That hole got filled as well. Just put the bulkhead in, or what I'm calling the bulkhead or the wall extension, simply because the gap between here and the wall frame on this side, plus the cement sheet plus the tiles, is the width of the shower screen. It's a bit unfortunate I had to put this in, and I've toiled over this whether I should put it on this side or whether I should have put it on that side. And I just thought that when you're standing at the vanity here, it'd be really weird to see a bulkhead sort of sticking out on this side. And if I didn't get it 100% right, it was going to interfere with the fit of the vanity unit. This template is an exact is exact scale of the vanity, so it should be right. But it just made more sense to put it on here. The only regret I got is obviously I cut the plasterboard here to go around the corner, so now I actually have to extend the plasterboard out to here. But I think that'll look okay. I could have done one on each side to even it up, but then that's more tile cutting, where now I can just, not having it on this side, I can just run the tiling straight through, and one side here will be plasterboard anyway. So I've only really got to tile this and tile this face. I've only got to tile two faces. So this side just seemed to work out better for having to do less work, and there's nothing that can interfere with it on this side. So yeah, pretty happy. So I started putting in some of this bracing that I had left over. So I had a few offcuts there. I've got a piece here in behind the plasterboard there, but I can't get that out unless I pull the plasterboard off, so I'm not going to bother with getting that out. I think I might still have some in my shed, but if not, it doesn't matter. You know, it's braced up now, so that's all it needs. Now, I've got all this silver paper as well, this insulation silver paper. So what I'm going to do, I had no intention of doing this until about 2 days ago. So I've got two different types here. I've got this one here, which is more of a plastic type insulation, and then I've got this one here, which is obviously more your paper foil type. So with the plastic one, what I'm going to do is use that in the shower area and cover in everything here, so it works like a a waterproofing membrane. So I'll run it horizontally, so I'll run it across, and then I'll run the next one across, and I'll overlap it, so there's no chance of water ever actually getting inside the cavity. If I run it vertically, you're going to have joins there, so and water can get in through the side, but it can't get in if the insulation's running or pointing down. It can't technically it shouldn't be able to run uphill. But yeah, we got our little recess done there, which is going to work really nice with the tiles I've got. Oops, sorry for the camera work there, guys. Just reaching back to grab a tile. So we got these 300 by 100s, and this is what I've sort of measured all this out for. So we'll actually end up running 3 there. Sorry, 2.5. So I've only got 2 in here at the moment, but you'll sort of, by the time the cement sheet goes on and then the width of the tile, this works out perfect. So it'll be 2.5 tiles, and then we're going to run like a staggered bond, just like normal brickwork, in there, and that should look really nice with the wall tiles that I've chosen. So I don't know if you can see the colour better there. They're a smooth tile, so it gives the it just gives it a little bit of a different, I don't know, not feel, but just like I don't know, just a different look, because the obviously the wall tiles and the floor tiles are non-slip, so they're not really smooth like this. They're sort of a little, I guess you'd call it grainy. They have a texture, where these ones are smooth, but I think they'll look really nice in there. Just to break it up, I'm not going to use them anywhere else. I did think about putting a row of them above the vanity unit here before the mirror started, but I opted out of that because it would look funny to finish it here and not continue it all the way through the shower. And the problem with that also is that these are 300 and my wall tiles are 450, so the grout lines will never line up. They'll always be like overhanging, and the wall tiles aren't done in a staggered bond like this. You know, they're straight up and down, so crisscross pattern, I guess. So yeah, getting back on the plumbing, I've gone around all the plumbing, put all saddles on everywhere that I need them, just so that nothing moves, nothing can pull out of the joints. Everything has been correctly connected. I've been around and checked them all. I've cable tied any areas I think might have a little bit of resistance on it when I put the cement sheet on, so I've kept all that together. So it's all saddled, all inside there, all down here, and it also helps keep the pipe off those edges of the timber. Not that it should wear through it, because the pipes don't move. So, but you know, I just wanted to make sure that nothing was going to go wrong, because once the tiles are on, the tiles are on. What else? So yeah, I was able to do some really tricky stuff here with these drain pipes, with the standard 90 on there and a standard T-junction. They were sticking way too far out. They were sticking out into the cabinet, and the whole idea of running these nice sump drains that I got is not to have PVC exposed inside the cabinet. So these are supposed to almost fit flush with the inside of the cabinet, and then your flat or domed cover goes over the top of it. I can't remember what shape they are, and then obviously your pipe runs in through there and connects to here. Now, strange thing is, for a 40mm pipe, you can't get a reducer down to 32mm, and 32mm is what comes with these sump drains. And either my memory is really bad, or I actually did find something when I did the other bathroom. But I do have a connection on a 90-degree elbow in there, or I have a 90-degree elbow that obviously opens up to a 40mm, but will accommodate a 32mm on this end. Now, I don't remember doing this, but I've had to do it this time, because I went to the plumbing place and I asked them for an elbow with a 32mm end and a 40mm end, and they go, doesn't exist. And I'm thinking, I've got one in the other bathroom. Where did it come from? I was thinking quickly, and I thought, okay, give me some block off caps, and what I'll do is I'll drill it out to 32mm. So that's what I did. I trimmed back the length of the elbow, so I made that as short as I could, and then I trimmed back the cap as well, and that's just sitting in there loosely at the moment. But I've been able to cut it back so that this penetrates into the 20mm of cabinet and basically finishes flush with the inside of the cabinet. And I had to do the same on the T junction, but I had to actually take a little more off it. That one, obviously, because of the way it's molded, it sticks out a little more than a 90. But we were able to do it. That's actually fallen back in on itself at the moment, and this one's got to go back in a little bit. But by the time everything's set up properly, it's going to work great. So, yeah, I just used one of those step drills, those pyramid step drills, and it turned out that the largest hole size on it was 32 mil. So I couldn't go wrong. I couldn't get it wrong. But that's all worked out really nice. I've just got to punch a hole through the brickwork out there. I'm not sure whether I'm going to do it today. I want to get all this insulation on today, get it all finished in here, ready for the cement sheet. I'll probably disconnect this today, and I'm not actually sure what I want to do with the PowerPoints yet. The law stipulates that usually a PowerPoint has to be 300, I think it's 300 millimeters or 30 centimeters away from a water source, if I'm correct. I'm going off what my bestie has told me, and I'm hoping I remember what he told me correctly. So, you know, if the mirror is going to be here, you know, I can start the mirror a little higher and cut this in, but it puts it right next to the basin. If I put it between the basins, it's still not 300 mil. So what I was thinking of doing is I can put the PowerPoint on that side, on the actual wall. That gives me the 300. It means I've got no power along the wet area here, but there's still enough room, or there's enough length here that if you want to plug a hairdryer in, or hair straightener or razor or anything like that, there's enough cable. I've got out all my electrical stuff that you use in the bathroom and tested it, and there's enough, so I can put a double PowerPoint in there, and that makes it legal. So I'm going to disconnect that, pull the cable back through the wall, and leave it there for the moment. Now, let me think, is there anything else in here I've done? Not really, guys. That's about it. So we'll leave it here, and pick up on the video in a couple of days' time, and hopefully you should see all this lined in here, hopefully with cement sheet. So yeah, we're getting close to the tiling part of it now, finally, and yeah, I'll see you in the next episode. Cheers.